would say every business that I have acquired, there was a huge component of rapport. And I was either one or not the top people that they enjoyed working with.
Right.
And sometimes, personalities don't mesh. That's okay, right? It's fine. But in reality, like our personalities meshed, and we knew that this wasn't like a one-time transaction, right? There's a lot.
Yes.
You were telling me, Elliot, with regard to due diligence, you're helping people with doing due diligence before they acquire a company.
Right.
A lot of times when you do that type of due diligence, you're also giving them the roadmap to this is how you grow it too.
Yes.
Actually mentioned you had a couple of these calls today. Like maybe we can jump into just some examples of things you've seen that have gone well, that haven't gone well, how you save people from, we were joking earlier, that you save people from losing their shirt, losing their house, and losing their marriage, because it typically goes in that order and it's all combined. So, examples that you've done.
So the whole reason it's guarding is because I'm sort of like a security guard for people's money and therefore financial freedom. And so it's really an important role we play, because you're right. These deals are $1 million plus almost by definition. And so if you lose $1 million under a personal guarantee, I promise you your life will be different. So let me tell you some ways that that's happened. So I had a situation on a deal where the wife was selling a healthcare distribution business. Great business, Houston, Texas, loved it. Amazing city, great margins. And then as soon as we got through the LOI, beginning diligence, numbers checked out. But when we were going through the purchase agreement where they had to sign up for the non-compete, where it's them and their spouse, they said, oh, wait. My husband has a business that's sort of in healthcare, but not really competing, but I don't work in it, so don't worry about it. It's nothing like this. We're selling this business. We're going to go work in that one. And that sounds great until you realize that the person who you're buying it from takes 100% of their interest in that company, gives it to you. And now the only company they own 100% is their husband's. With all their institutional knowledge, you're setting yourself up to be competed with. So fortunately, we were able to get that deal kind of taken off the table. Another situation where I had a buyer who was looking at a business where part of the business was a coaching business and part was a funded trading business. So people will sort of set up prop desks and have people practice. And if they're really good, they'll start funding them. But the financials were in 4 different bank accounts, 3 different languages, no one single system accounted for all the financials. The seller had 2-page paragraphs explaining everything in exhausting detail. None of it ended up like triangulating data to the same number. And so I advised that buyer to run for the hills. So that's sort of on the protection side. On the execution side, there's still times when you have to be thoughtful. So I have one business I'm working with now where it's a software business, so online, and they bill up front for the next quarter of work. And so that seems really great as a owner. I'd love to bill a quarter in advance. It creates some issues from an accounting perspective of what happens if you're halfway through the quarter and the client doesn't want to continue paying, or the service drops and doesn't meet the service level agreement. What is the recourse? And so we had to understand what that was and make some adjustments and advise our client to make some adjustments in their purchase price as a result. But we're dealing with sort of both protecting people from sort of complete financial ruin and then helping people get their dream deal under the right terms at the same time.